Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel for another episode here on Riverbend Springs. So we are, as you can see, moving some produce up to the farm stand. We actually had a pallet of spring onions and a pallet of garlic. It's good because it's been keeping Gramps busy in his greenhouse lately. So we drop it off here and it fills right up. So if you take a look, it's pretty cool. Well, we got our spring onions right here. This was empty and it filled up. Do we have garlic anywhere? Garlic. I don't see a visual garlic, unfortunately. Well, that's kind of a bummer. Maybe we just don't have enough yet? Figured there'd be some garlic. But I think eventually this just kind of sells itself off. I'm not exactly sure. Maybe we need to look at our productions. Which is where? Right. Nope, not there. Wait. Here. Owned. Oh, it's because we're not on Grandpa's farm. But anyway. So, yeah, that's pretty cool. Maybe that's why? Here, if we switch over to Grandpa's farm. Did he get any money for this? If we look at his finances. Not seeing any positives. Oh, wait, is it May? It is May. Property maintenance, sold products, 1,009 I don't know, but we got some spring onions and garlic in the Hickory Brook farm stand, so that's pretty cool. Very nice. Gramps did want to put a little tool shed up, so we do have a tool shed where we can keep a chainsaw and a horse brush, I guess, is one of them. So a chainsaw you can put here, or you can put your spray paint or a horse brush in here. But I was thinking that maybe we would put excess produce in here, possibly. Might look into doing that, so. But yeah, I just wanted to show you guys that a little bit. I thought that was kind of cool, the first time that we put produce in. I wonder if we can actually sell honey. Maybe we run this little experiment quick. We do have some honey, a honey pallet over here that maybe we could do something with. I wonder if we can put it over on the farm stand as well. Let's see. Running the experiment live. Only one small box of honey since we started on this farm, so it's definitely not producing much, and we can't even like control anything over there either. So I have a feeling there's something bugged with it, because we don't own any bees. It doesn't say that we own any bees or anything like that. Okay, so it does sell it right away. That's interesting. There's just no visual trigger for honey or garlic, apparently. Yeah, because there's a chicken coop here as well, right here, that has the markings of, like, it should be a chicken coop. It should be a functional chicken coop, but it's just, there's nothing. You can't do anything with it, so I don't know. I don't know what's going on there, but I think there's probably a bug. And I also think might be a bug with the bees as well. But don't mark me on that. Maybe it's just, I don't know, maybe it's just a thing. I don't know. So we are going to drop the pallet forks here again, because we are going to be putting the bale spike on these, because we are probably going to be baling. It's probably going to be the next thing. Bale loading is probably the next thing that we'll need the skid steer for. Alrighty, we are mowing. We got our first outside rows cut. And we are mowing it up right now. This is the mower we ended up buying. It's a K-brand GMD 4411 or 4411, probably. Probably a better way to say it. I like the grass cut texture. It's a bit more dry looking, which is good. Usually it's a little bit more brown under there, right? After you cut it. The deformation on the windrow or the swath is pretty cool. I like that too. Very nice. Definitely bumpy too in the old tractor. I wonder if this mower would maybe look a little bit better on the Challenger. I'm not sure. But we're also going to need to figure out what we want to do for a tedder and a rake as well. Don't really want to buy a tedder and a rake, but we're going to need to. Would like to say that we just rent them, but I'm not going to allow myself to do that. So I think we just need to bite the bullet and get a tedder and a rake. Unfortunately, we just don't have that many cattle right now, you know. But we also need, and it's hard because these cows feed themselves essentially, right, by grazing, and so we don't actually need bales, but when it comes to the winter we will need bales. So I don't know, maybe we kind of are overdoing it with this big grass field. It's not huge honestly, but it's might be a lot more than we actually need. Depending on how much they do eat, I may end up going into the game XML files and increasing that a bit. I don't like, I mean, I've said it in years past, or games, I mean, in FS19 and 22, I don't like that base game, you only have to like mow one time, and that's enough bales for the whole year sometimes, depending on how many cattle you have. So I like to actually have to mow the grass in order to feed my cows. We may go in there and increase the feed consumption and stuff like that. So, but we'll see. We'll see what it's like first before we do anything like that. Well, as you can see, we switched tractors. It gets a bit bumpy, as you can see, with the new grass physics and stuff like that. I guess it's not really grass physics, it's more so destruction physics, I guess, foliage destruction. It gets bumpy. And honestly, the 3650 was having a hard time in it. So we hooked up the big boy, which I think looks a lot better on this big mower anyway. I think this will probably be our mowing tractor for the time being, and then it kind of works out nice. So then we can mow with this, we can have the 3650 hooked up to the tedder. See that bouncing? Yeah, that the deer was really struggling with when there's a lot of destruction going on. Yeah, we can have this hooked up to the mower, and then we can have that on the tedder or the rake, and then we can switch this off the mower, put it on the baler, and then that can switch over to the bale wrapper, which we did buy. So we bought a little 3-point bale wrapper that we have to just go get up from Axel's. This should work out pretty nice. So it's just going to go on the back of the deer, I think, for the time being at least, unless it doesn't work out well on there. We'll put it on this, but it's just a 3-point wrapper. So we'll back up to the bale, we'll wrap it and drop it, and, you know, do all that kind of good stuff. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I think we're gonna start with, I know I wanted to, I mentioned that we were gonna do hay before, but I think we're gonna just put this in silage bales. And since we don't have cows right now, we actually might sell some silage, because we definitely could use the money. It seems like, I mean, it always seems like the first year is slow, because you don't get a lot of, slow for growth at least, because you don't get a lot of you know, cash from your first initial crop because it's never fertilized and all that stuff. So yeah, it's just slow. You know, having some extra money would be nice. And I'm thinking in silage in the last game at least sold for a pretty decent amount. We'll see what it's like in this game. I don't know if I've seen anybody do any silage or anything like that. So far in FS25, at least like bale silage, I've seen, I think I saw FSG do some chopping early on when he had like early access and stuff, but since I don't really know if I've seen much. Alrighty. So that is it for mowing. We're gonna park this up. Yeah, as you can see, we have the deer already, and I started doing a little bit of tedding. I just wanted to see how it would go. So it seems pretty much the same as FS22, which I would figure, except for the swaths are destructible. Essentially, that's the big difference. We're gonna back up to the baler. Again, this tractor might be a little bit overpowered, but better to have more horses than you need than under-horsed, right? It's not too big of a deal to be overpowered, usually. I say usually, because sometimes it actually can be an issue, but... And then we gotta go get some water flowing in our rice field. Once we are done with baling. I do love the view. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's just like it's the blurred distance kind of when you're in third person or what, but I really like the third person thing that they did. I think that's really cool. Just feels right. Feels good. Here we go, Mr. John Deere. How you gonna handle these rough and tumbly grass bumps? A bit overdone, in my opinion, but that's okay. Got a nice swath. Nice big swath too. I think that's nice because there's a lot of times that I felt like the swath was sometimes a little small. Maybe I'm thinking more mod maps. I think that was kind of more of a map issue, actually. Depending on what the mapper did in terms of yields and stuff. Got a lot of weeds in our oats. We're gonna need to figure out a sprayer situation. I would say we could call the co-op out and, you know, rent, lease a big sprayer from them, but it's not, in my opinion, it's not worth it. So we might end up purchasing a 3-point sprayer, I think. Alright, first headland is off. We'll get going on these. Probably do 2 headlands. I feel like that would be enough. Then we'll do some up downs. Some straight passes. I mowed most of this field in like a square type deal. It's gonna be interesting trying to bail that on the turns there. We're not doing a very good job staying straight. But yeah, I mowed most of this on a square besides like the last few little bits that I showed you guys. I think we're just gonna turn around instead of trying to turn like that. We'll run over the swath. She'll survive. don't actually know how you would run a tether like this, or a rake like this. I don't know if you turn, if you kind of lift up like we just did and circle back around. I'm not sure. Kind of feel like the circling back around seems a little bit more logical, to be honest. So as of yesterday, I guess, of recording this video, so I think this is episode 7. Episode 4 is being posted publicly today, the day of I'm recording this, so we are good ways ahead on recordings, which feels very nice. I'm very happy about that. That's kind of what happens when, I guess, A, it's a new game and I'm excited to record on it and play on it, and 2, we only have one single save, so we don't have to focus on a bunch of different saves. We can just kind of plug away and be able to record pretty much straight away and kind of hop on. And there's not a ton of off-camera work to do. So, and that's also nice with the beginning, with the starting a save, because you usually have smaller stuff. It kind of got to a point with Alma, we were getting so much ground that there was so much off-camera work to do that it was taking the place of what we would have to do recording. So, and I'm sure we'll get there on this save as well. And it's just kind of how it is. It's how it goes recording. So you want to grow. You don't want to stay stagnant. That'd be boring to watch too. So, all right, so that is done. But I also posted a farm build over on in my Discord in the announcements channel. I should have recorded it, to be honest with you, but I was just kind of playing around, and it actually turned out a lot better than what I thought. I posted some pictures, and I had a few people ask if I was going to put it up for download, and I said, yeah, sure. There's no mod, so that doesn't really matter much. I'm going to have to get the truck out of the way, so we can back the tedder in there, into the hay shed. And then I think we're going to bring the old 3650 up to the store to get the wrapper. Pick that up. We'll just park it here under the tree. Keep it in the shade. And then we'll get back to doing a bit of baling and wrapping, and heck, maybe we'll even pick up a few bales. I don't know. I think we're going to end up just picking the bales up with the pallet forks. You don't really want to pierce wrap the bales. This tedder is always, or rake is always interesting to back up, because the wheels do turn as well on this. It's like a little bit oversteery sometimes. If oversteery is even a word. I doubt it. I have a lot of fake words in my vocabulary, if you guys haven't figured that out yet. But anywho, I'll catch you guys once we get... we might need to put some water in the greenhouse. I don't know if we... maybe we forgot to do that? I don't know. Water goes quick though. So I'll catch you guys here shortly. So we got our headlands off. Got a few bales there. Looks like 2 pretty much each side. So what do we got? 2, 4, 6, 9. Got 9, maybe 10 actually. 'Cause I think we got one over there. We got quite a few. It'll be a nice little haul of bales for sure. I'm gonna guess 22. That's gonna be my guess. We do have the round bale extension mod in currently, which is nice. I always like that one. Like I mentioned, I'm trying to not use any falsely converted mods. This is a mod hub mod, so we are good to use this one for the time being. I did see that Rooster might have a bale trailer of some sort coming out, which would be nice. I do love Rooster's mods. Rooster does a very good job. Also, we forgot to rake that, so I think we're just going to come back and try and pick it up as it sits right there, instead of hook the rake back up and do all that nonsense hooking that up. You might be able to see, we do have the wrapper on the back of the deer sitting there by the shop. I think that'll work out nicely. Might have to throw some weights on the front of the tractor. I'm not sure yet. Haven't had my morning coffee yet. I need to get a morning coffee in. Coffee. It's made, I just gotta go downstairs and get it. Seems like you guys have been enjoying the series, so I do appreciate that. Thanks for all the comments and the likes and all the good stuff. Very nice. Certainly aren't hitting the growth numbers like I was hoping to right away with the new game. Maybe I didn't, maybe I'm not titling my my videos good enough. More clickbaity titles, I guess. Or something, I don't know. But better thumbnails? I don't know. But usually that first video, I think it's something to do with the YouTube algorithm. Usually your first video of a new playlist is always get like way more views. Seems like it always will bulk your, or like just like promote the video more or something. But really didn't get the big numbers like we did. I think we have in the past. Elma video, that hit like 20,000 views or something like that. But it's just part of the YouTube game. Not every series or video you do is gonna hit. It's okay. We'll live with it. Again, I'm not really here for the the status or the fame. I mostly do it for because I enjoy it. I enjoy making videos. I jokingly kind of told my brother one time that I was like, making YouTube videos has kind of ruined video games for me. Because now it's hard to play a video game without feeling like you need to make content for it. Like even playing like Madden or NCAA, it feels like I need to be streaming or making a video or something of it. Obviously I'm not doing that, because I think it's important to just enjoy a game, you know, outside of Farming Simulator and not feel like you need to. But there's definitely times where I'm always thinking, oh, this would be cool. Especially with Madden. I'm still enjoying Madden a little bit. Be cool to make some videos on this, you know, on like a second channel or something, but I don't have the time for that. I don't know why the swath is like going in and out. It's kind of weird. Like the foliage issue or something, I don't know. Maybe it's a way of keeping the frame rate better or something. It's kind of like outside the circle of death type of a thing, where it doesn't render. See? You see how it kind of pops back in like that? I don't know if that's a graphics setting on my end or if it's just a game feature. I don't know. On to bale wrapping. I think what we're going to end up doing here is we're just going to unload our bales right after we wrap them, so it kind of takes a step away. Yeah, it's going to make wrapping bales take a lot longer, but I think it's going to be worth it in the end to not have to come out here with the skid steer. It's not like the skid steer is the fastest at moving bales. So I think that's actually going to turn out or work out really nicely, actually. Obviously, once we kind of get farther away from the spot where we're going to put our bales, it's going to be a little difficult, or, I mean, take a little bit longer. I think it'll work out. I think it's going to work out. I definitely thought about getting a stationary wrapper, but I also didn't really feel like it was needed. I just don't feel like we're going to be wrapping the, I don't know. I don't know. Do something a little different, right? I do like the stationary wrapper, that's for sure, but this thing works out too. Then even if we ever get like a bigger front loader machine or something, we could even hook it onto that. We get like a telehandler or just a tractor with a front loader on it, and kind of hook it up via the 3-point or the thing on that. So I think the two configurations are a 3-point, a front loader, and then the other one is for a hookup for a telehandler. So nice sound animations on the wrapper as well. Be curious if we're going to need wrap refill. Kind of fun if we do, I guess. Have to go get some at some point. But yeah, this is kind of how we're going to spend the rest of our day, likely. And probably once we're done with this, we'll probably end up finishing up the episode. Let's see, how many bales did we actually have? We have, what, 5 here, 6 now? We'll get you a total count once we check back in. So we did run out of wrap. I think we have like 4 or 5 more bales to go. So we did get an extra pallet. Might as well stock up, I guess, because I'm sure we'll be cutting grass, doing bales again this year, so might as well have some on hand. And then we do have some solid fertilizer that we overbought that we never picked up, so we're gonna pick that up too for while we're up here. It doesn't look like Axles has sold any of their lease equipment on the lot. Hasn't really got anything new in either. There we go. Park the forklift back up for these guys. And we'll strap this stuff up and head back to the farm. So remind me next time that we definitely don't need 2 pallets of wrap. Oh boy. We only used 1 box off the pallet. And there's like, I don't even know how many. This is gonna last us like 2 years or more. But I guess we don't have to worry about buying wrap for the next 2 years. Two was a little bit ambitious. I mean, obviously, maybe we'll pick up more grass ground, but phew. Grandpa did mention that he has a buddy in town, longtime buddy, that used to help him on the farm, that used to own his own contracting business, like ag contracting business, and he talked to, or he kind of advised us to maybe go talk to him. Maybe he'll have some work for us this summer, especially bales and things like that. Hay work. I know a lot of guys have cattle, but don't always have the equipment, so they hire out help to get their hay off and things like that, as well as it's in the middle of the summer and some guys want to actually have a life. You know, that's a reason that a lot of people don't do wheat as well, is they don't enjoy harvesting in the middle of winter or middle of summer when they could be out, you know, enjoying the lake or going camping with their family or things like that. So maybe his buddy will have some info for us. Maybe we'll go down and chat with him. He lives just in town here, not too far from the farm here, so maybe we'll go stop by and see what he has to say. Maybe he can help us out. But this is going to be it for the video, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thanks for hitting the like button, subscribing if you haven't yet. Definitely consider it. It does help out the channel. We are on the chase for 10,000 subs by the end of the year. We got a little over a month and a half to go. So any little like or subscribe does help the growth. Thank you to the YouTube channel members. You guys are incredible. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you in the next one.